Welcome everybody. It's Tutorial Thursday. Actually, it's Tutorial Friday. This is part 2. Decided to do a 2-part video this week. All right, so yesterday we finished our nice, beautiful snow scene playground for our family. And now we're painting on the snow family. So we're starting with Frank, our illustrious dad, Snowman on the left. And then beside him is his lovely wife, Sarah. So there's Frank and Sarah for you. And then little Alfonso in the front. So now I'm using a blue-green color to sort of map in where the shadows are going to go. It's going to look extreme, but it won't when we're done. So I decided that color was a little too intense, so I just wanted to gray it down. That's a hint whenever your colors are a little vibrant, which acrylics can sometimes look a little too vibrant. So you just add black and white, like a gray basically, to any color and it grays it down, oddly enough. Nice and gray. I'm putting a layer of white right on top. Now, my shadows are a little wetter than they really should have waited longer for them to dry. You know what? As long as the paint's wet, it will mix in with what you put on next. So sometimes it's good to wait for it to dry, but I'm a very impatient person, so I don't always wait. Right, Mona? Mona? You know, Mona was scheduled to appear in today's video. She's a little indisposed. Yeah, that's right. I didn't even get any this week. So we'll just let her sit there in a daze. Okay, now I've done fussing with the shadows on the snowman for now. So while those are drying, I thought I'd get a start on the headwear. All right, so of course Frank needs a top hat. Now Sarah, she went for a nice red toque, very Canadian. While I had red on the brush, I decided to paint a few of the berries on the little bush in the bottom right corner. Okay, now I'm using a little darker red, but kind of a burgundy, mixed a little black in with the red, just to darken her hat a little bit. And then I took the opportunity while the hats are kind of drying to add a little more white to the snowman. So now we're putting a little bit of snow on Frank's hat. And I'm also painting the ribbon on his hat white. And that is because if I just painted it pure red, the red would not show up on black. So painting it white, letting that dry, and then adding the red will make the red pop. All right, so Alfonso, I went for a nice little green toque and a green scarf, as you can see. So yeah, the rest of the painting is just using Baby Bear predominantly and just sort of detailing the hats and scarves and faces of these nice little snow people. I think they're having fun in the winter wonderland, don't you? I think they're having a good time. Just like Mona was having a good time a while back, but she's not having so much fun now, are you, Mona? You know, next time she teases me for being a little bit crazy, I'm gonna bring this up. So I'm painting some nice white stripes on Sarah's scarf. And I'm putting a few dark red stripes on Alfonso's toque and scarf. It really struck me as I'm not, at my age, I'm not the kind of person that goes outside in the winter and makes a snowman anymore. I confess, I don't do it. It's cold. And it's uncomfortable out there, and you gotta bend over all the time, and my back doesn't like that. And snow's kind of heavy, and yeah, I just don't want to make them. I enjoy when other people make snowmen, but I can paint snowmen. So see, that's even better than building them. Time for a sip of coffee. Usually you see me drinking wine. Mona drank all the wine. Okay, so as you can see, I'm using a finer round brush. I think it's a number 1, just to paint a few of the twig arms so the family can, you know, hug each other and stuff. shadows. Or back and forth. I just want to make sure their faces are nice and bright. And there's no shadow that looks a little too aggressive. And adding a little extra white to Sarah's scarf and hat. I'm adding a little white to Alfonso's hat and scarf as well, just a tiny bit. Just for fun, because I can. And the final is a little more snow drippage from the old toothbrush, which I use a lot. And there you have it. Ta-da! Snow family. See you next time.